Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time on a sneak peek here at the Nitecore P35i. Now I was sent this directly by Nitecore. It is an all new model, soon to be released, so of course this is what I get. It'll be different once the release candidate comes out. In case, slide everything out of here. They did provide me some of the accessories. Now, just take note that some of these accessories, including the possible holster, may be in the release candidate, so this gives you an idea on some of the stuff that will be going into this light. Start off here with the user manual. Very nice, well detailed from Nitecore. A lot of information, all the information you'll need. We're going to look down here at the specs. But in any case, the highest output that this light can do is 3000 lumens. Now it does have the built-in LEP. There's the specs there on that, 410 lumens. Then of course the mix mode of them both. 3000 lumens is the highest. So multi-language on this. And we got the little bag of goodies here. Always great to get these ahead of time. That way people can kind of get a little sneak peek of it beforehand. We've got one O-ring, one battery adapter here, that way you can run two CR123s, one USB Type-C charging cable, then you have a remote switch here, so if you mount it to a weapon, rifle, got different length that you could put that on. Nice rubber. You'll need a double-sided tape to be able to attach that to your rifle. Nice feature. Now let's go ahead and take a look here at the light. There it is. Now this does have the OLED display. And this is relatively compact. A lot of heat sinking. All the way down here as well. Side switch here. And it looks like we do have a little power there. I haven't charged this yet. There's the tail switch there to activate it. This is a USB charging port there, Type-C again. And it's giving you that warning here. That is a Type 1 laser, so be careful when shining it on people, especially if you get it in their eyes. It can cause blindness. Temporary, that is, unless you keep using it. A lot of knurling here, also on the body. Now this one here feels a little more rough than the one on the body. Style and design on this is very nice. Now it almost seems like could be like maybe two 100 cells that could have been on here in a crisscross pattern. but this is a single 21700 cell. Now you can take the battery out, swap it. I'll show you the display again now that the little kind of rotating brightness there is not how it is in real life. Really like these. Been on the TM39, including some other lights as well. That display is really easy to read. Now there is a protection piece that's on here, but I'm going to leave it on, and you can remove it. It'll be really shiny and clear. Now notice this here, some of my other lights as well. Sometimes if you're holding it, it can pop it up. Not a real huge issue, but it can be if you don't notice it. Now the machining and finish on this is very nice. Even on the sample here that they sent me, alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look here at the laser system here. Then you've got the LEDs up top, provide flood, and then you have the super thrower here, LEP. Not a huge fan of those. Alright, this is the class 1 laser here. Then here you have 6 Cree XP-G3 LEDs. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take this all apart. I'll show you the battery. Now the batteries here you can buy from Nitecore. Now I like the fact that the light won't power on with this, but the display still will. So that's nice. Now this here is a really powerful cell, positive and negative on both sides, to give you that dual fuel technology that Nitecore has. So this battery is able to put out quite a bit more light and be able to charge it quickly is a huge plus. This is a 5000 milliamp protected cell, 21700 cell. So you should be just fine using these. Now these here, if you buy them from Nitecore, you can use my special discount code. That'll help you save some money on these. These can be a little expensive, but if you buy 1 or 2 of them, you should have no problem with run times. And on the tail end, just straight contact point there. Grease on the threads. I'm going to go ahead and get this all back together. Now that we got it all back together, of course, the display is working good. Battery does have a little bit, 4.3 volts, so should be enough to run this light. So what you're going to do is activate the light. We've got the LEDs here on the top that are going to provide your flood. Now as you can see, we're just going to show you the different levels. Tells you how long it'll run at that light output. 18 minutes. You can get quite a few hours out of it. That's a lot of light right there. See the spot. A lot of light coming out of here. So we're going to go ahead and this is the combination of both. So you can see the laser LED here, and you can see that it's all spill, flood behind that. Turn it up. Well, maybe that's not going to be too bad. Wasn't really sure about the LEP and the flood together. Now, I had been asking companies to do it, and looks like they're starting to add those, not only Nitecore but others as well. Now, my understanding, to switch the modes, simply going to press down and hold the side switch, turn on the light, we'll switch through them. I'll show you that now. Just the laser there, got the flood and combination. So now we're going to go ahead and just, the floods are on now. And I'll show you the runtime using just the floodlights. Hour and 44 minutes, got 99 minutes there. So you got a lot of runtime just on these LEDs. It's nice to have the best of both worlds. So if you're using it for hunting and you need that extended super range LEP, you've got it as well. 3000 lumens is a lot of light. 22 minutes. And let my camera adjust. Sorry about that. So now we're going to do it again. Press down and hold. We're going to go to just the laser. So now we have just the LEP there. We have the different light outputs on this as well. It's going to be hard to show. Try to do it on the table here. Go through those light outputs. So you've got at this light output here 1 hour and 19 minutes. I'm shining it off the roof of my office here, and it's pretty amazing. I can feel the heat coming from that. And of course you've got the lowest light output here, which is still quite intense. We've got the turbo, and that will cycle down automatically as you hold it. Once you release it, it'll do a countdown on its own. That's the combination of both, and you don't have to wait that long if you choose not to. And this didn't even get that hot, so that's good. Very nice. And you've got the combination of both. I think I'm going to try on the night shots, depending on the battery level. I don't think there'll be any problem with it. That is really impressive. And that's basically all there is to this light. Of course, you've got the lockout automatically here. Now you can still check your battery status, which is a huge plus. And again, Nitecore is known for their products. Very nice, solid, well-built lights. They can take some abuse. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take this P35i outside, see how it does in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness with the Nitecore P35i. Now I'm going to do the combined beam first, and we'll do them individually afterwards. There it is there. Laser is out shining the flood. You can see there. See the beam. Still impressive, but not enough for the floodlights to really balance with it. But it's got a lot of range on this. See there? Just crazy bright. Easily making those trees way out there. 238 feet here and 138 feet there. Making that first palm tree easily. Second one a little bit further away. We're going to go up to the next level here on the school. There's the next level. Just kind of see the spills now starting to come alive from the floodlights. Laser is still pretty much the same. Doing some type of construction over here at school since school was out, so it's going to be pretty lit up, making those playgrounds across the park. Let's go to the next level here, see how it does. There we go. See the floodlights are starting to come alive. Fence line, tree line. There's some individuals over here on the playgrounds. They're probably wondering what the heck I'm doing, but 4 o'clock in the morning doesn't surprise me out here. Sometimes I run into people that are exercising out here as well. So this looks good. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the next level here on the school again. See how it does. Spill has really come alive thanks to those Tree XP-G3 LEDs. This thing is just a super thrower. I'm not a huge fan of these LEP lights. Just incredible range for them, but by themselves this at least makes them useful. Now that is the furthest palm tree in my testing area, so it is making it, so you can see. Impressive. Doing really good. Everything at the end of that laser beam is like daylight. So that's the highest level. So now we're gonna get this ready to do the next one. Here's all the flood light outputs here. Kind of get an idea. There's the one level there. Now we're going to do the highest outputs for both of these. That way you already know the performance of them together. 138 feet there, and it is making 238 feet. Impressive. So now we're going to go back to just the regular LEDs here. Try to do this one-handed. There we go. Now we've got just the laser make sure this is on the highest output. There we go. 400 lumens. Okay, now I've got the LEP on only. See there? Just drowns out everything you point at it, so do the farthest palm tree there. It's easily making that, as you can see. Impressive. And we'll go ahead and do, here's the tree line and fence line. There it is along the fence. Incredible. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. Impressive beam performance. Yeah, I'm kind of in the air about these LEP lights, but I think the idea is definitely a good direction to head with this type of setup. I'm not really sure how they could do it probably any better, making maybe the LEDs closer, maybe give it maybe a different type of LED to give a little bit more stronger light output to kind of really match up with that LEP. But here definitely is a good direction. The performance, again, flood is quite a bit of light coming out of here. It's impressive. This LEP, of course, the range is phenomenal. Can't believe just 400 lumens, and this thing is just really throwing it out there. It actually outthrows my testing area, so that's pretty typical on these LEP lights. The build quality, of course, the fast charging with the Type-C. If you use a QC 3.0 or PD charger that's going to have 30 watts or more, you're really going to see that light flash pretty quickly. If not, it's just going to blink normally. That means it's just standard charging rate. The display, very nice, easy to read, day or night. Really is a high quality screen there. Not seeing any issues. The option, of course, to have one or the other or the combination of both is really what's key to this light. I think both of them together provide probably the best beam performance, but the flood, of course, and it could be that I'm partial because of the LEP. You know, I'm not a huge fan of them, so, but if you have good experience with the LEP lights and you're wanting to have the foreground lit as you're walking with it, but still have that extreme range, great for hunting, this might be something you would be interested in. And it performs very well. No issues. Top notch on the build quality on this. Alright, now this is a brand new, all new light, so it's probably not going to be available. If it is available by the time I release this video, I will leave a link to the NitecoreStore.com. Also have a special discount code there that'll help you save some money on this light as well, just in case you're interested in getting it. Now I want to thank Nitecore for sending me this P35i to review. Now, to help out my channel, simply hitting that thanks button, donating whatever you choose, really helps me out. Doesn't have to be very much. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these lights from Nitecore to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care.